Order. Before we come to the business questions, I would like to say something about yesterday's evening's proceedings. The final division of the day on the third reading of the Finance No. 2 bill was subject to intolerable delays in the voting lobbies. This Parliament is meant to be respected around the world and should set an example of good behaviour. The behaviour in the lobby last night, involving a group of about half a dozen government members, including the Chief and Deputy Chief Whip, was totally unacceptable. I expect better from honourable members and right honourable members. If members are asked to move swiftly through the lobbies, they must do. The fact it took 22 minutes to get a vote through is beyond the pale. I cannot believe the behaviour. It is absolutely not going to be accepted. The sergeant lost his authority because MPs said, "I am not moving." Pretending to be ill, by 7 o'clock they were suddenly well again. If we think that this gives us good standing in the world, it doesn't. It is appalling. We should be ashamed, and I hope that I will be getting letters from the people who were involved in that protest. If the government can't manage the business, maybe they ought to go on a training exercise rather than disrupting the rules of the House. So I say, I expect better from honourable right honourable members. If members are asked to move swiftly, they must move and respect the sergeant. There are other ways in which the government whips can manage timings of business in the chamber. It is disrespectful to this House, to the occupant of the chair, the deputy was put in impossible position, and to the office of the Sergeant-at-Arms to behave in the way that they did. Members, as I say, involved should be ashamed. I will now call the Shadow Leader for business questions, Jessie Knoll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Smash the gangs. That is what the Prime Minister promised us. Trust me, I will stop the boats from coming. But 70,000 later, and 1,000 in the last week, and too many young men that pose a threat to national security, is it not time to admit Smash the Gangs has been a total abject failure, along, frankly, with most of his other policies? Isn't it now time, he told us, as summer approaches, what is Plan B?
Prime Minister. Well, Mr. Speaker, this is from the man and the party that voted against giving law enforcement counter-terrorism-style powers to tackle it. So he wants the grievance, he doesn't want it sorted. And he has absolutely no judgment. He again said, let's join the war, let's all go to war. I want to make it perfectly clear he wants the war. A week later, screeching U-turn, we don't want to go to war. And he says, trust his judgment. Mr. Speaker, it's hard to take anything he says seriously. Reform don't want to solve problems, they only want to exploit them. I am thankful for the opportunity to change this country for the better. He says he wishes he hadn't bothered winning councils, because they're an absolute disgrace.
I want to hear this member's question, especially those who are interested in snooker. Dr. Rachel.